Gavin,
Yep.
sir,
Yep.
gentleman.
Yep.
How are you?
How dare you call me a man?
I can't be
I'm
twice.
good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Honestly, I couldn't be better. But the only thing that we are that they're not is live.
Live.
Fuck you. I'm trying to narrow it down together. I love how now it's a joke, but for a while it wasn't, and we tried, and then we got it, and then yeah. So So it's been an interesting couple days.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say at the least, the least.
Bare minimum, they were days.
There were days.
At bare maximum, that's a terrifying sight. So tell me, how was your past few days gone?
It's going pretty good. My body's a little worse for wear right now.
Why?
I had about almost a 5-hour session yesterday at the gym.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't really sure what you were going for there. Didn't know if you were like yoga or running or,
I run. My mouth.
Yeah.
It's been a long couple days. They're rather scary.
What did you do for 5 hours at the gym?
Well, I got there 9. Benched. Was under a bar by like 9:05. Then I had training for strongman afterwards.
You were under a bar at 9:05 or under 9:05?
If I'm benching 9:05.
I was about to say, I was like, all right. Dog,
No, yeah, I was
take the cap.
yeah, no. But how was yours?
No, you still haven't explained to me your 5 hours
Oh,
at the gym.
so got there, got under a bar at 9:05. Not to be confused with 905 pounds, even though I do 906. You know. Then once that was done, we continued strongman, and then that ran till about almost 2:00. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
How was your Sunday?
My Sunday was okay. I the past few days been dealing with like some stomach issues, so get off me.
Let me touch it.
No.
Let me touch it.
Get off me.
Let me touch it.
Hey,
Let me touch it.
it's in the script. I'm stronger than you are.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, this guy doesn't read his lines. Um, yeah. So I was not feeling the best on like Saturday. I woke up, dude, and I was like, oh god. But Sunday I ended up cleaning my tires. My dad like did the bulk load of it because he was annoyed by them.
Oh, okay.
So then he woke me up and he's like, yo, I cleaned your tire. And I was like, okay. But it was a great thing that he did because I actually, my thing is I was meaning to clean them for the past 2 months. And I tried a couple weeks ago and it just didn't go well. Because it's hard for me to I can't squat. So like it's hard for me to bend down or sit down. You know what I mean? Really get in there. So he helped me with that. So I'm grateful for that because
Sure.
they look sparkling now.
Good.
I'll
I'll have to come look at them when we head out of here.
Yeah.
But would you say that tires scare you?
Tires? No. The Michelin Man does. Dude. His tires just spawn in him and he just throws them.
It is kind of cool to watch those to watch those old videos where he would just throw them or whatever it is. And was it the Pillsbury Doughboy or was it the Michelin Man that was in the Ghostbusters movie?
Neither. Well, I guess technically it would be the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Ah, see,
But
I'm always right.
It's the Marshmallow Man.
Oh.
So
Isn't it the same thing?
No. It's not. So
Well, anyways, get into the meat and potatoes. We're going to be discussing things that scare us. Would you like to go first, my friend?
yeah.
What is one thing that if you were to see right there standing in front of you, if there wasn't a production light there, what would freak you out?
A naked grandma. No. A dog man. That'd be terrifying.
That one did pretty well. That podcast, you guys, shameless plug. I mean, for our own podcast, you guys should check that out. That actually went really, really well.
Yeah, we have to redo that, I think.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, no, the a dog man. I think dog men are the werewolves are the scariest thing created, but in the world ever.
So, what about vampires?
Nah.
Because they're kind of their counterpart of they always say
So-
werewolves and vampires. Maybe that's a Twilight thing.
Vampires don't scare me. like at all. Actually, like people are like, get freaked out by them and stuff. I don't ever think they were scary. There's one vampire like movie where they were actually scary,
A vampire.
and that was in Dracula, from like the '90s with oh god, what is his name? The actor that was like Commissioner Gordon in the Dark Knight trilogy. It's
I don't know. I never saw the movie.
damn. You saw the Dark Knight trilogy?
No, the Dracula.
Yeah. Well, it's the guy that plays Commissioner Gordon.
Oh.
That guy is Dracula. I forget his name. It's going to come to me like later on, and I'm going to get mad. But yeah, it was just how he like looked when he went into full like evil mode. Yeah. Yeah.
Vampires scare me more than werewolves.
No
Yeah,
shot.
dude.
I think if you had a vampire standing here versus a werewolf, I think you'd be incredibly more terrified of a werewolf.
You think so?
I know
Probably
so.
that's probably true.
I know so.
Definitely a dog man because that one story you told on the podcast. Well, obviously it wasn't your story, but it was with that woman who was like hurt and was attacking them. She was like holding the gun.
Yeah.
That was freaky.
Imagine just imagine that for a second. Like imagine you wake up and you hear like, I don't know, your car getting like broken into, and you like look out your window and you just see this hulking like 7'2" fucking big ass dog thing.
No.
And then he just looks at you in your window.
I genuinely think I would cry.
Like, what do you do in that
You
moment?
don't. You can't do anything.
I'd probably wave. Maybe.
I just start waving. Hiya, Georgie.
Just gotta mind games. Hiya.
What if you hold like cards up and then you're like playing with them, or like you grab like an expo marker and you're playing tic tac toe on the window.
He's just outside my house. I'm just like,
You haven't shown up to work. The cop comes to come check on you, and then he's like sitting on the couch. The couch is like caved in, and you're playing. It's your turn,
come
Grim.
on. That's not a word.
You find out his name's like Thomas.
Come on, Tom. What are we doing? Oh, don't give me that shit, man. They just look up at the cop, be like, "What are you do? What the fuck are you getting in my house for?
Where's your warrant? What is that thing? Don't worry about it.
Tom?
Tom.
Tom, don't freak out, bro."
There's a cop sitting in the back that they already killed.
Don't freak out,
What
bro.
happened to him? Tom.
Tom
All right.
freaked out, bro. He's got anger issues, man. Would be cool though. I think it'd be dope if we can like you know what actually scares me though, like not like actual like real life shit is like tsunamis. Dude, tsunamis are terrifying.
Well, have you ever seen like what it would be like if you got caught in a tsunami?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tsunamis are terrifying for no reason.
Especially like zombies, like zombie tsunamis.
No, zombie tsunamis is a great game you can play on your phone.
Shameless plug.
No, I think, dude, tsunamis are terrifying.
They are.
Like, imagine, all right. So, like, obviously, tsunamis, the swell, right, isn't as big as what they would be like in movies a lot of the time, but they're still pretty big. Like, the biggest tsunami ever recorded is like, I think it was like 100 feet, maybe, or I forget. I don't know. Don't quote me. But imagine you're just like chilling, right? And let's say you're in New York for some reason. And you're like, all right, I'm like in New York City, like, okay, whatever. And you just like look up, and then like over the skyscrapers just come a wave. Like, what do you know what I mean?
There's nothing you can do.
There's
actually nothing you can do.
That's so terrifying.
Yeah, and plus the thing is, they decimate everything. And what's scary too is like you could just be like get caught in like the back end of it, and then all of a sudden you just get sliced in half by like a sign.
Yeah.
Or like a car
exactly.
just knocks you in, or like, there's a bunch of glass or electrical wires. Yeah.
Could you imagine if you were like you survived the tsunami, but like you know what I mean? It was maybe like a 10-foot, maybe like a 4-foot wave, just like out of nowhere, just coming through. And you're like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden, like, a sign slides by, like, slices both of your kneecap tendons. And you just, like, collapse. That'd be, like, the worst way to die. No, the worst way to die is drowning.
Well, so, speaking of drowning, that's kind of like a weird segue. But I just saw this, so there was this study. I don't know, I'll find the video, and I'll put it up, or I'll put a link in the description. There is one thing I mean, it's gonna sound kind of like stupid, but there's just one thing that all people are afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
Most people like are scared of werewolves or dog men. People might not be.
Mm-hmm.
So they had this one woman where her fear receptors were just messed up. They just did not work, and they tried scaring her. They tried putting her like in a haunted house, and she ended up scaring the other people instead. Like it didn't matter. But then, if they gave her like a healthy amount, well, not healthy, but like like obviously like CO2, and she was suffocating, and then all of her brain receptors. That was the only thing that freaked her out. They even hired someone to like pretend to like shoot her or stab her.
Yeah.
Didn't affect her.
Well, it's because that's why fear is a thing. Is because it's alerting you that there's an imminent threat to your life.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that was the only thing that they found. And then they tried it on 2 other people that had like the same kind of brain dysfunction. And yeah, I mean, obviously it sounds like, oh yeah, no one wants to suffocate and die, but that is one thing, no matter who you are.
Yeah, suffocation would be like asphyxiation.
Yeah,
That would suck. And I think like what's
No
other
breathing.
things like I'm claustrophobic a little bit. Not
Me
anything
too.
crazy, but like when I watch those like cave videos and stuff, dude. Oh man, like dude, they're like, all right, guys, this is like just I have to actually take my helmet off because I can't fit my helmet through. We're actually just gonna slide in through this. This is called the
No, I
this
can't
is
do
called
it.
the point of no return. No one's ever came out alive. We're just gonna hit her up.
No, I couldn't do it, dude. Just like even if like my my arms and I can't use I get like claustrophobic because I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm stuck here. The room just closes.
That's another thing is like I feel like all right, so tsunamis are scary because like there's nothing you can do. Like if you just look up and there's a giant wave, you're toast.
Yeah.
Like the ocean is just terrifying. That's why I just don't I can't do it, bro.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Like and then if if I'm like if for whatever reason in like a cave or like where I have to go through a cave like that, like a small crevice, nah, bro. But what other thing is terrifying is like imagine the fear you would have if the only reason I'm thinking about this is because like I just watched this Gerard Butler movie about this. But imagine if like a comet was like immediately about to hit the planet. Like, do you know how hopeless you would feel?
And again, there were things that could be like earthquakes, tsunamis that would all come if you weren't killed by the comet itself.
Well, it was like basically dropping like nukes. Every like piece that would hit the Earth was like a nuke. Like they were like, "Oh, the piece is gonna hit Florida," and then it hit Florida, and Florida was no longer on the map. Like it was like, they were like, well, and then it was like, the piece that hit was the size of a football field, and then it just like, over and over.
Insane.
That's just what was happening. Was just pieces were hitting, and
That's
then,
terrifying.
that's what I'm saying. Like imagine if they were like NASA was like, so, there's a comet or a meteor like right about to hit the planet in maybe like 3 days. It's the size of like Kentucky. Do you know what I mean? They don't like. What do you like?
You can't do anything
I
because
feel
at
like-
that point, that's just it.
Like immense fear. Just have to like, and then just like, I guess you would either be really afraid or like really not afraid at all.
I think genuinely, I think if that was happening, right, I would be freaking out. I'd be just doing everything I can. But I think like leading up to it, I'd just be like, there's not much we can do. This is just it. You I mean, for your own sanity at that point, like
You're just looking at it.
You have to just.
It's terrifying to me because like I have I think I have what is it, thalassophobia or megalophobia or something like that.
Oh,
Where,
fear
like,
of big things.
Fear of big things, and I'm also I have a fear of
So
the ocean.
Do you not like big ships?
No.
Mm.
Like Tyler's been trying to get me to agree to go on a cruise for the past few weeks, and I just won't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah. So here's the thing about that. I have the same thing, right? Like.
And trust me, I get it when they're like, "Oh, it's like a hotel but on the water." Like I understand all that.
Yeah.
All I can picture is being on a cruise ship, and everyone's having a good time, getting drunk, playing
And
games.
then an iceberg.
No, and then you're like, oh, you like go onto the deck. You're like,
Oh
man, and
no.
then you're like, wait a minute, aren't we supposed to be in the middle of the ocean? And they're like, yeah, we're in the middle of like the Atlantic. And you're like, well, why is there mountains? And then it's just a wave, and you're just dead. Like you're. Do you imagine how terrifying that would be?
That would be pretty.
Or it's like a storm, and then like a really bad storm, and then you're like talking to the like to the ship crew, and you're like, we should be fine, and they're like looking at you, they're like, yeah.
That's terrifying. But I'm always afraid of like falling off those things because there was recently just
Oh,
this
that
video of
guy.
that one kid. Yeah,
Because there's always sharks.
high school too.
There's always sharks.
Yeah.
Because apparently, isn't it something where like the ship is like tormenting the shark's environment or something, and so then they follow it because it's disturbing their food, like the other fish. So they follow or they keep close to the ship in case of like scraps or something falling off.
Really?
I don't know. I saw some like TikTok about that.
I had no clue that was a thing.
I don't know. Or like there's like fish that I don't know. It's something like I feel like because it's like there was a guy that was on a cruise ship and he throws a piece of chicken off the cruise ship and there was like 15 sharks like instantly just yeah.
Really?
So it's probably what happened to that kid.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Oh my God! Imagine you fall off right, and you hit the water, and you're like, all right, cool. And then everyone's like, all right. And then all of a sudden you just feel your body starting to get sucked under from the propeller. Dude.
Dude, no. I didn't even think about that.
That would be terrifying.
Well, see, that's like one thing too is like standing next to a ship freaks me the fuck out.
Mm.
I don't know what it is about a hull of a ship. Okay, it's gonna sound stupid. You're gonna make fun of me for saying this, but like, you ever play like Assassin's Creed?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like those big ships in Black Flag.
Mm-hmm.
You like swim up next to them, like the
Mhm.
big ones.
You freak out.
Nope. Nope. There's just I don't know what it is, man. They're weird. It's just
I
weird.
think standing next to a big ship is like that, like a cruise ship, like they're massive, or like an airliner, or like a like a not an airliner, but a
Yeah, planes don't freak me out.
what is it called? The ship that carries jets.
Oh, fuck.
The USS blank.
No.
Why is it? What is that called? Is it an aircraft carrier?
Yes, that is exactly what it's called.
Okay. That thing is massive.
Dude, they have like Chick-fil-A's and like Starbucks on there.
It was funny, like in
That is
I
called
think it was
Starbucks.
yeah.
Oh.
I wanted the record to reflect this man's wearing flip flops.
I'm not
by the
wearing.
way. But
I
for
am
the-
wearing flip.
yeah.
Listen, man. Listen.
That scares me.
Listen. Wait, real quick. There's something we gotta cover eventually, but I want to tell you this because it freaked me out.
Well,
So at like 2 a.m. last night,
mhm.
I saw this TikTok. Of course, this guy's jumping around in the Minecraft server, just how it happens.
Yeah.
And the story is One-Eyed Jack. And basically, it's this guy, and he was. I don't want to spread too much because I want to maybe use for like an episode. But this guy was waking up with the smell of bleach,
Mhm.
and it didn't make sense. Then he would go to like the hospital eventually, and they go, "You're missing a bunch of organs." But there's no cuts, there's no nothing. And then in the hospital, he's having the smell of bleach and all this stuff again. He's missing more stuff. And then eventually, he wakes up and he's missing his legs. While his brother is watching over the farm, same thing is happening to him.
Jeez.
And he's basically this creature. We'll get more into it if we do it, the episode. But like, basically, I just had this fear last night of like going to bed, waking up with the smell of bleach, and I have like no limbs.
That would suck. You're gonna have to accept your fate at that point. Though.
Yeah, kind of, honestly.
But you know what freaks me out more is just like a rapid fire, like something happening fast and I can't identify it.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Like imagine you're
Yeah.
sleeping, right? And
That's
you
why I don't
wake
like
up.
skinwalkers.
You wake up, right? And it's 4 a.m. or something, and you hear like your door, and it's like jiggling, like da 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 da, and you're like the doorknob, and you're like, what the fuck? And then like the door just like kicks open, and like on the wall and the ceiling and the floor comes crawling in this thing, screaming, rapidly at you in the dark.
Right hook.
But that's what I like. You know what I mean? Like that kind
Yeah,
of thing.
dude.
Like,
No, I thought of that. That's why skinwalkers freak me out. Because like when they run at you,
yeah,
it's fast. Like because like my fear is like that happening. There's the door opening,
yeah.
and then just on the ground they're just. I'm like,
That's why spiders freak me out. So fast,
yeah, they are pretty fast.
especially like tarantulas, dude. Tarantulas are massive and they're fast, and I don't like it.
You ever see those? They're called camel spiders, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The bird-eating spiders.
Oh my yes,
Yeah.
dude. They're those are terrifying.
I saw a spider. There's a spider that it lives in the desert that forms into a ball and rolls.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah,
Wasn't he running away from like?
he's running away from a snake.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
I mean, if you think about it, right, you could kind of just kick it.
Yeah, that's the thing is like spiders. They only freak me out if I can't, like, if you see it and then you don't, kind of a
Yeah.
thing, or if like it's on me.
See, like if it's on me and I kick it off real quick and I can still see it, I'm fine.
Yeah,
But the second I fucking lose that thing,
dude, burn it down. Like
it's-
especially having like I remember okay, prime example. This freaked me out. When me, you, and Gio went to and Cody, I think, or was it just me, you, and Gio? We went to that, like the Devil's Pool or whatever. It's like we went up the hike, the trail. At night.
oh yeah.
So when we were sitting on the rock,
It was just you and I, yeah.
so we were there. He comes over to me, right? And he sits next to me. Remember, he was on the other side.
Oh, yeah, I had the pictures.
Yeah, he comes over and he sits down next to me and he goes, "Hey, look at this one I just took a picture of." And he takes a picture and he shows me the picture. It's like giant spider. And when I tell you, bro, like when I then had that like come to Jesus moment where like I realized where I am and like these things. Oh, dude, I like the coldest shiver down my spine.
You really don't like spiders, huh?
I don't. When I don't like something, I really don't like it. You know what I mean?
Drop the remote.
Yeah. Like when I really don't like something, I really don't like it.
See, and I can appreciate that, but the only thing is with spiders is like for me, like growing up with Scouts, because we know Scouts is the best thing ever. You guys are probably never gonna see that podcast, but it was yeah, it was one of the things where you had to get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with like bees. Like bees do not freak me out in the slightest. Like when they're like swarming around, I'm just like, dude, I bang with bees, bro.
Nah.
Yellow jackets, they don't. Hornets freak me out.
Wasps, though. Especially
Wasps freak me out.
The black Johns that like they're like this long and then just like.
Yeah, those I don't like, but I just kind of like, because in my head, right, I've had a lot of interactions with them, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna do my own thing, because obviously they know I exist too. So, whereas I think they have.
Yeah, but they'll sting you for no reason though, because they can.
That's true. Those ones will. That's why I do have a fear of those. But like bumblebees and like regular bees, even yellow jackets,
don't really scare me. I
Yeah,
don't want it
bumblebees.
near
I don't
me.
even think sting. I think they bite or something.
No,
like that.
they sting.
They do sting.
Well, the
I'm talking
bumblebee.
about the fat ones.
Yeah, that's the bumblebee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the big fat ones. They can sting you once.
Isn't it, I think it's the same thing with yellow jackets too.
And no, yellow jackets and wasps can sting you multiple times, and hornets. Carpenter bees don't really sting. They can, but they don't.
I'm pretty sure they bite. One of them
They
bite.
might, I think maybe
know
it's the
one of them
carpenter
bite.
bees that bite. I don't know, but yeah, no, the bees, no. Snakes, no. I don't.
Snakes
I
I don't do either. There's just something about them slithering like snakes. You know that
little snake.
that I just don't bang with.
Dude, I just like
Indiana Jones said it the best.
Dude, imagine like what do you do, bro, if you open your bedroom door and there's just a king cobra just like like right there, dude. What do you do? Okay.
I started playing my flute.
I said this to Sky the other day. What do you do? He's sleeping, right, knocked out. All of a sudden, you feel something. You're like, that's weird. What's up? And you like open your eyes, you feel something in your chest, and then you just chilling on your chest, looking at you. It's just a king cobra, just right there, just looking at you with its hood out, and just its little tongue. What are you doing? What are you like in that like? Nah, bro.
All right, so here's what I'd do. This is exactly what I would do. You ready?
Yeah.
I'd take the knife.
What do you mean?
I'd take the knife.
From where?
Exactly.
It's going to. But you have to be careful because king cobras are reflect how you move. So like, if you move too fast, it'll strike because it thinks you're going to attack it. So if you're just laying there, nothing on you, just in your underwear in bed, there's a big ass, like a 14-foot long king cobra, just looking at you.
So grab the knife.
Mm.
Very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Grab it.
Mm-hmm.
Pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and slow.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and slow.
Yeah.
I bring it up. I slowly bring it to its body. It senses it. It moves. But then I move with him.
It's probably gonna bite you.
And now we both move back because he's following my head now.
I think it's gonna attack you.
And then I go like this. And I wait a second. I let him follow my head.
I think you've already been bitten.
And then I go, whoosh,
No.
the head falls off.
I don't think you have enough force in your wrist.
I do.
You don't.
I do.
Do you know how thick they are? They're like this thick.
Do you know how thick I am?
Yeah, but you don't have the force to go like this and just flick your wrist and slice it off.
I changed my answer.
It's going to start shooting its venom at you.
Okay, I changed my answer.
Because they can spit venom.
I changed my answer.
Because why?
I changed my answer.
Okay.
You ready? After my 5 years at the Jedi Temple, I grabbed my lightsaber.
Okay. Do you use using the force and just
I guess if I could just push him off me with the force.
probably just snap its neck with the force? Just kidding. He doesn't have a neck.
What if I just
You could. But if it's like a rattlesnake, I don't know if it's like a rattlesnake, because rattlesnakes you could decapitate them, and for a period of time afterwards they can still strike.
Yeah, I know that.
That's freaking nuts, dude.
Rattlesnakes are freaky.
That's why I'm telling you, bro. Snakes, dude, something's wrong with them. Something you know how obviously they're if you read the Bible, they were
The devil.
they're they were removed God removed its legs and told it to grovel in the dirt.
Yeah.
Because of the whole Adam and Eve thing.
Yeah.
So that's why we see it with Satan and all. One, that's why I'll never get a snake tattoo. And two, no, dude, they're just not right.
Cottonmouths are they're also really prevalent in this area too. Yeah, you gotta be really careful with those because you can't even there were plenty of times when we would go camping, right? That was one thing that they always said. They goes, guys, it's cottonmouth season. Just be careful.
Yeah.
They're you literally won't see them, and I didn't realize it. And I mean, I was 5 people behind on the hike, but they look and they're like, yo, don't step there. Just be careful. Walk around it a little bit. Because then it's in the position it coils up and then it's its head's here, and it wasn't its head mouth wasn't open, but it was coiled up. But dude, that thing was fucking brown, and it was only the edge of the trail.
You would never see it.
You never would have seen it, and it was just the fact that I guess our scoutmaster was like, "Yo, dude, there it is."
It's like the dude, the adventurous whatever guy, adventurous explorer or whatever, or whatever, the guy that let stuff sting him and bite him.
Oh, Coyote Peterson.
Yes. He was in the rainforest, talking to the camera guy, and then the camera guy motions, and then you just see on the right next to his left boot was one of those horned pit vipers or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, dude, that is still one thing that I always watch.
Yeah.
I love watching Coyote Peterson.
Did you see the video of the guy that was just sitting I forget who he was. I don't know who he was, but it was a video I saw. He's in the forest, and then a snake. Like a rattlesnake or something just slithers up to him. And he's sitting down looking at it, and then he goes to move, or he grabs his stick and he's trying to poke it on its tail to get it to move, and it slithers up his leg, up where his groin is, and this puts its head on his chest. Dude.
Well, they're also cold-blooded, right?
I think I would have a heart attack.
So it probably makes sense though, because we're warm-blooded, they're cold-blooded.
Yeah,
so
it sensed them.
It probably wanted heat.
Maybe.
I'd be like, hey, little buddy.
I don't know, dude. You know what's crazy though? You know what doesn't it scares me, but it doesn't scare me as much as a king cobra and everything is an anaconda.
So I'm
if I saw, don't get me
python.
wrong, if I if I saw an anaconda in the wild, I'd be like, oh my god, I need to get out of here. But if I saw like a king cobra in the wild, I'd be like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, there's I don't know if you ever saw it on TikTok, but there's this guy who goes, "Hey guys, I'm over in the in Florida, in
Florida
the
Everglades.
Florida
looking for,
Everglades. I'm looking for a 20-foot Burmese python." And like, I don't know, I feel you know what it is too. The crocodile versus alligator.
Mhm.
If I see an alligator, bro, I think I'll be okay.
But a croc.
A croc. Well, because those things are like actually out to get you.
Yeah.
Alligators just hungry and stupid.
Yeah, alligators are just kind of just doing their own thing in the river or like in the whatever. But
Yeah.
croc will just like wait for you. And hunt
Literally.
you.
And they're quick. I mean, alligators are quick too.
Crocs are, but like crocs can gallop. Yeah. If they really want to.
Yeah.
No, I don't think personally. Like I always thought crocs were scarier than alligators. You know, and like they're just
Pointed
like,
nose.
Oh.
The American crocodile is still terrifying to me.
Yeah.
You ever seen what they look like? Yeah, dude. They're massive.
You know what's crazy? It's to me is how we're the top of the food chain supposedly because we have like thought and like you have opposable thumbs. But like, bro, anything in the wild could fuck you up.
Yeah.
Like you could like imagine, you know, like how the root of rude of us is it to call us the king, like the head of the food chain, when like if we come up hand to hand combat with like a grizzly bear,
Oh, we're fucked.
you're dead.
Except for me, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah, me too. Just choke
But-
slam him.
Yeah, but like all joking aside, you're 1,000% right.
Or like a lion, or like you know what I mean. It's just like, well, we have fire, and we have guns, we have like yeah, but like just like hands.
Yeah, no,
versus,
without a
like,
doubt.
You know what I mean?
Even like a snake,
I know,
a
like
little slippery snake. That's it, dude.
an anaconda.
We're done. Anaconda will fuck you right up,
Mm.
dude. Those things are strong. People don't realize like,
And they look. You ever look at his face, dude? Oh, it just looks so.
and they can actually easily, both you and I, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Can swallow us.
It just looks like an asshole. Like it
Yeah.
just looks like it wants to kill you, bro.
Yeah.
Because like king cobras always had that look of like kind of like they're frowning, kind of like they're like, if all y'all. Rattlesnakes just kind of always look like they're trying to bite you,
Yeah.
but like anacondas have that like psychotic, like beady little eyes, like dude.
Well, dude, I mean, if you think about how they eat, like they literally choke
Yeah.
and asphyxiate their prey and crush them to death,
Yeah.
and then they swallow you whole.
Yeah.
There's no soul.
No. That's what I'm saying, bro. It can't be like.
Imagine if they were like amoebas, and like you chop it half, and now you have 2 anacondas. You
Chop
chop the
Chop
anaconda in
that
like
in half.
4.
No.
Now you have 8 anacondas.
That's how they reproduce.
Oh god, that's terrifying. I don't know, dude. Like there's just so many things out there that freak me out, and the thing is too is like now with this whole like UFO thing,
See, aliens don't scare me.
aliens don't scare me either. The only thing that really freaks me out, okay,
Like the movie Signs used to freak me out.
you know exactly what scene I'm talking about. I'm thinking about, right?
What with the fingers under the door?
No, that didn't freak me out. Well, that freaked me out, but not as bad as this. This still lives in my nightmares. When I watch it back now, not as bad. But when I watched it for like the first time or second time, I didn't peep it, but I remember like they're at this like quinceañera or like whatever they're doing,
yeah.
and then he goes no puedo, and then and the alien's walking,
Yeah.
glances,
Mm-hmm.
and then walk.
Yeah.
It sends shivers down my spine.
I think the freaky one too was when they're in the living room and they're like talking at the end and they're like talking and then like Mel Gibson like stops and he's like and then like his son's like staring like right behind him and he like turns around. There's just an alien in the living room.
Yeah,
That freaked me out.
yeah.
And he's like, and then but that was a cool movie. I did enjoy that.
It
movie,
was.
but,
Like, I always forget about that movie until someone like mentions it. And isn't what's someone said it's like a sequel or it's like in the same quote unquote universe. It's like they're in like the bunker. The guys are taking care of like, the people. You kind of keep them captive. I don't remember what it is. It's like it's or something Clover Lane.
Oh yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yes. Yeah, someone said it was
Well,
like,
Cloverfield, the movie. What, you ever watch that? What, that's the same universe? Like the. You never watch Cloverfield?
Maybe.
Cloverfield is like a found footage film of like the whole premise of the movie. So basically, the movie starts off and it's this guy with a video camera, and that's how you're viewing it through the video camera. And he's at a party, and he's for his friend, and so the whole point is like kind of like Project X.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
picture that style, and then all of a sudden, like a giant ass like kaiju attacks the city. And then they're surviving with the video camera, like doing all the stuff like to survive and everything. But it's terrifying.
That is terrifying.
Like the head of the Statue of Liberty just gets like yeeted, and like, and then they have like
there's something out there.
What
like
are they
that,
called?
Man.
The planes, the W looking plane, like the stealth bombers. Stealth bombers. They like send stealth bombers in and like drop like all these bombs on it. And it just stands up. And I was like, dude. Oh, it's such a good movie.
There's so many good ones.
But no, I think if you have to like break it up, I think like anybody, if it's dark out and you hear a bump in the night, you get all freaked out. But I think like real life is much scarier.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah, without a doubt. It's just one of those things where the supernatural just is always something that like interests me.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, but yeah, you want to
let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up like a
call it a newborn babe. Let's swaddle this thing.
Good night, everybody.
Bye bye.
A newborn baby.